Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another review. This time is of the SH Figuarts Dragonball Z slash Super Hercule, aka Mr. Satan, if you know him from his Japanese version. Anyway, let's get started. I want to say this figure is actually really dope in a way of it's just something that we can't expect. We wanted. It's not what everyone wanted, obviously, but at some point, I feel like they're gonna do everybody in Dragon Ball. So it's cool that we get more human-like characters that play both a comedic and pivotal role. So it's really cool. I didn't expect Hercule to be the first one. I expected somebody like super serious turned comedy Yajirobe or Oolong. You never know, but it's really cool to have him. And I gotta say, it's a breath of fresh air. It's new, although it's kind of the same as well. So it's really nice to get a cool, new, slightly different design. The afro is afro. I'm here for this afro though. I'm not even gonna lie, totally here for it. But anyway, let's get started on the actual review, starting with articulation. So Hercule can look up, he can look down, he can tilt the head left and right. As you can see, he technically has no issues with any of his neck movements, which is really dope. And it's very good placement because all I have to do is slightly touch it and it moves. I don't mind that. It makes it kind of easier to know what I'm getting into, which is really dope. As far as arm articulation goes, arm rotates up. There is bicep swivel, which is almost not seen because you're too busy looking at everything else, but it's really hard to see like the bicep swivel stuff. The arms are double jointed, but it seems like because of actually the way the cloth is cut, that it comes about this far, and that's about it. You get your standard SHF peg, which actually blends really well here on him. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, there we go. It blends really well. And the straight line chest hair is pretty much accurate to what you see with the anime slash manga for him. As far as chest articulation goes, we can not rotate up here. Actually, whoa, wait, I was wrong. You can actually pull it up a little. I didn't know that. So there's down. There's a double joint in there. You pull it up, and you actually get some ab crunch. So at first I was thinking there wasn't any ab crunch, but there is. You can't rotate left and right at the upper joint too much, but you can actually go forward some, and you can dip down a little further for some extra crunch, which is really nice. You can rotate at the lower joint left and right. The belt will not get in the way, which is pretty cool. And then we have the rest of his tunic, or a t-shirt, or a sweater vest, or a gi. I'm just joking. I know what it is. But anyway, then we have the rest of this. This is soft plastic, and it's cut in one part, but it looks like two, but it's actually all one part. So if you want leg articulation, you can go out about this far. This is you stretching it out from the piece. So if you want to cut up a little higher to give it a little bit of extra range, you can and should. I recommend it only if you're a very good cutter. The leg articulation goes about this far forward. And the issue being is that the skirt here is cut too far down. Like I said, if you cut up a little bit further, you may be able to get extra range. Because as you can see here at the bottom, it uses 2.0 leg articulation, which is very nice. Legs are indeed double jointed. Because of the way the cloth is cut, or not the cloth is cut, but the design in it, you won't actually see too much of it or get too far because of the way it's cut. The boot, there is no boot swivel, although I thought there was, but they're not. I assumed that because of the way it was cut, but that's not true. There is a very nice ankle pivot though, and there is toe pivot as well. So while Hercule lacks a little areas that I would have rather the cut being a little higher to give him an extra bit of range. But if you're going to use him as a comedy character or, a gag character, I think that you are going to get a very good character out of him. Because as you can see here, he can still get into some really good poses. He can still do some martial arts poses, which is pretty cool. So plain and simple, you have your gag character here, especially if you loved him in the series. He can do the basic stuff. I would have liked a little bit more of extra articulation though. And that being said is because I want to do my crazy stuff with Hercule versus everyone and things like that. That's just me being nitpicky. Otherwise, it's a very good figure so far. Now, as far as accessories go, I think they go a little bit of the extra mile with him, which is really nice. Hercule actually in package comes with his cape. It is all one piece. It is a nice addition to him. It's very nice. So what I'm going to do is show you guys. You're going to pop the head off real fast. Oop. Actually, I popped it off at the neck, but he might be a little different. But anyway, there's going to be a piece in the back here as well. And the thing about this is, once you take it out, you think, oh, they just have a gap piece. No, inside the package, actually, they give you a small tab to cover that up with. So you don't have to stress. You can actually cover that up so it doesn't look all gappy and nonsensical to some of you guys. And here you just plug into the back and you can put Hercule's cape on. Like I said, it's all one piece, so it does hinder his articulation. But if you're going to use it as a static piece for him, you'll actually be doing just fine. And I don't know. Oh, so this actually came off from the elbow. Wow. Did not expect that. Did not expect that at all. So let's put that back in if I'm actually doing it right. No, I'm not. So let's put that. There we go. There I go being extra. But yeah, as you can see here, it gives it a nice look. The only issue is that it's a very static piece, so you won't be getting any extra articulated wind flowy or, static shots with it being super hype. Another thing, or gimmick I should say, on Hercule is the fact that you can actually swap out his belts. You'll get 3 belts. So you'll get his champion belt from the Budokai Tenkaichi tournament. So you get the champion belt, you get his regular belt as well, and then you get his martial arts gi belt. So you can actually easily just take that off, just like that, swap it on, and then voila, just like that, he's right back in the game. And this is actually rotatable, so that's really cool. I'm actually gonna leave this one on because I like this one the most. Gives it the most flair. So just like that, it's really nice. So you get the belts, you have the tab. Next up, we're gonna cover the fact that he comes with a tiny puppy. Tiny puppy. We all know what this puppy is for. If you've seen the series, you already know what it is. It is a nice static piece to add to Hercule, the puppy. So it's there. He's your man, 50 grand. You help him out. Next up, we're going to go over the faceplates. And as you can see, you get the normal cool faceplate, which I think was detailed really well. Then you'll have his yelling excitement faceplate, which is really cool. Sort of like him laughing. His why are you bamboozling me faceplate? That's what I'm going to call it. Because no one wants to be bamboozled, right? Then we have his, oh my God, what am I getting into face? So this is one of my favorite faces, and I'm really glad they included it. What's really cool, though, and really unusual that I didn't expect, is that in here you don't see the eyes through the back of the faceplate. But for this one, it kind of seems like they were expecting to change the eyes on this, and kind of halfway through decided they weren't going to. So that's really cool to see. Hopefully we'll, maybe we'll get add-on parts or something like that. You never know. Now, as far as the hands go, you actually get 2 peace on hands. Love and peace, love and peace. You get 2 martial arts hands for when you want to give people that Hercule punch, or you want to catch a fist, or, you want to bribe somebody to win a tournament. Things like that. Then you get 1 pointing finger for the left hand, and then you get a thumbs up for the right hand. And that covers everything that Hercule comes with. Actually, I'm enjoying the figure. I really want to do some gag stuff with him. Some crazy action shots. Some him being like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Last Action Hero, but you give him the fake actor, I'm an action star, but I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger, not being Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of thing. I just love that movie. But anyway, guys, let's jump into size comparisons and compare him to a bunch of other Dragon Ball characters and a bunch of other different lines, right? So let's slide him back. First up is going to be his main man, 50 grand, Majin Buu. These two aren't ever seen without each other for too long. So this is really cool. In height comparison, I think the size of these two work out very, very well. I think it's really well done. I think it's good. Next up, we're going to compare it to a Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku. So actually, I'm going to just do it out. I'm going to just put the cast out. Not even going to tell you. Just put out the cast and just enjoy yourselves. So here we are next to Goku. Here we are next to Vegeta. Trunks from Super. Why do armored Trunks when we have the brand new Trunks, right? Let's do Gotenks as well. Actually, no, not Gotenks. Let's do Beerus, actually. And I'm going to have to take these guys out, put out a new set. Next up, I'm going to do Whis. So height-wise, I think Hercule is in a really good spot with other Dragon Ball characters. Next up, I want to put out Cell. and show you him next to Cell because he was around for the Cell saga. So I don't want to make sure I forget that. Let's move you to the background. Oop. Move you over there. Let's move these guys out of the way. Next up, we're going to compare Cell. And the reason why I didn't do Gotenks because I was like, wait a second. I don't think... Oh, was he around for Gotenks? I can't remember. But anyway, here he is next to Cell. So that's him next to Cell. And then, you know what? I'm going to put out Gotenks anyway. His shoulder pad came off, so bear with me. So size-wise, I think they're all really good heights. Oh, last but not least before anybody asks, because it's going to happen anyway in the photos. But here he is now to the now non-canon Broly. Before I forget that one. So yeah. Now we're going to compare them to actual other lines. First and foremost, let's go with Articulated Icons Ninja. Because that's actually what I was last working with on my board before I started playing Kingdom Hearts, so he's here. Next up, we have a Synthetic Human. Man, it's a lot of Dragon Ball characters I had to go through. So those two are nice. Here he is next to a Marvel Legends Spider-Man size character, aka a Spider-Man. So there's those guys. So let's get rid of these guys. Put them off to the side. Next, we're going to compare him to another SHF from a different line, but still SHF, which is a Kamen Rider Kuga. So Hercule's even shorter than Kamen Rider, which I did not expect. Here he is next to a Mythic Legion. And the last two will be Revolve Tech and Mezco. So here he is with Deathstroke. Because, you know, if he takes out Deathstroke to Terminator, he truly is the greatest now, isn't he, right? And my Punisher Cable. Especially thanks to Old Boy for that. So as you can see, Hercule is one of the shorter characters. But all in all, I'm actually liking the character a lot. It's just a lot of fun to see Hercule be, you know, this martial artist who thought he was the top of the world, you know, actually turned out to be one of the weak ones, which is pretty cool. But I think the design in the afro, the face sculpt, the body mold that they've done for him is actually really great. I even think the accessories they included for him were really, really good, especially that surprise face, which I just want to do all sorts of stuff with it. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to kick back and take nice photos. In the meantime, I hope you guys found it informative. I hope you enjoyed. But most of all, I hope you do good, be good, drink your water, guys. Later.